Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. In this episode, we're going to start off with sleeping. I know, not the best way to start an episode, but it is the way we start an episode. Alright. Let's up personality. It's a more important stat to us.
What's your story?
If you keep asking me that, I'm going to set you ablaze. Oh, we should probably exit this way. It's quicker and easier. Alright, so in this episode, we will be taking on the horror of Dive Rock. It's easier to travel to King's Crest Cavern. So, this quest has... Oh, God. Went right into him. This quest has quite the reference to Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Wow, this is not...
Hello there. Welcome to Aaron's camp.
Who are you?
Alien ruins? The big thing is to watch out for the traps. Thousands of years old and still working. Amazing.
Not gonna disagree with you, fam. I should really say that. You know, what is this place? Interesting. They're not hostile, so I'm just gonna leave them be. Anyways, our goal is further north then. I thought I'd already found the area for a moment, and I was mighty perplexed. But this is more like a, I guess, viewpoint, you could say. I have no idea what the mountainy ones look like. I know it's mountains, but I mean not the mountain icons. No idea what they're supposed to really represent. Wonder if it's just mountains. Wonder if it's just straight up mountains. It would make sense. It would make a lot of sense for it to just straight up represent mountains. Is there an easy way to get there? There is not. Well, going down and around this way seems to be the way. Yeah, I just picked the bad way to start, guys. Welcome to my life. Whoop. I forgot how high I had my acrobatic skill. Alright. Yeah. So, I did take the map marker off for Dive Rock, but we will still get there perfectly fine. Just gotta find my way to the top of this mountain ridge and then head west. It's not that hard. Ooh. I love just points like this where you can look out upon the scenery. I love how not dated Oblivion's graphics are, because it's cartoony art style. Okay. If I were to say how dated certain Elder Scrolls games are, I think this is the least dated one. Skyrim is actually quite dated now, but that's just because it's old. I mean, you can fix that up with mods, but it's not quite the same as having a game that is just... It just feels natural for it to be the way it is. Yeah, wow, we had to go all the way south. Well, not all the way south. We had to go quite a way south in order to, really get to where we need to go. Anyways, I don't know if you guys know about Super Rare Games, but they're a interesting place in which they do limited releases of physical indie games, and I love... Oh, God. Not fighting the ogre. That can be the civilized job. Yeah, and I love going through there and getting the games when I can. They are only released ever once, and they're really cool, and I have only 3 of them. Oh, there's Dive Rock. Yeah, but since I have only 3 of them, so my collection is nowhere near to complete for those games, for Super Rare Games, because they have 18. I have 1/6 of the games they've released, which isn't bad, mind you, but it's not exactly good either, in my opinion. Hmm? Not supposed to find you yet, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, first of all, we're gonna go to this camp here. Oh, wow, that was fast. Yep. Look at this place. It's a frightening view. Your vantage point on the tip of Dive Rock offers a rare view of the Imperial Province. You take note of a few dungeons and mark their locations on your map. This is beautiful. Anyways, look at this. A journal and supplies? Both dedicated to Agnar. Now, whatever could this mean? Agnar and Svenja, actually. Svenja. Entry 1. When I took on the role of Chieftain of Thirsk, when I accepted the beautiful Svenja Snow Song as my advisor, and then my bride, I never imagined how quickly my life would change. I went to the Isle of Solstheim for some much-needed rest and found it in the mead-soaked halls of Thirsk. But when I met Svenja, my sweet Svenja, I became entangled in an epic story, the likes of which I had only read in the fables and children's tales. What is wrong with me? Svenja told me of the fateful night when a hideous creature known as the Udafricht attacked the mead hall, killing rampantly, leaving her the only survivor. The creature was slain by a champion, and Thirsk had its new chieftain. But it wasn't long before they moved on to some new challenge, some new adventure, and that's where I entered the tale. Svenja Snowsong, with her ice blue eyes and flaxen hair, gained my love. Soon after, I became her husband and the mead hall's new chieftain. In truth, I had never been happier. But Svenja, my dear wife, existed in quiet misery, constantly haunted by the memory of the Udafricht and the damage it had wrought. Should a guy with a stutter really be reading this? On the mead hall. And the people she had loved. Night after night, my dear woke up screaming, her face etched in horror, and a single word issuing from her lips, Udafricht. I feared for my wife's sanity and happiness, but it was she who found a solution to her problem. As a warrior, she told me she must confront her fear. She must defeat it. The Udafricht was dead, yes, but where did it come from? Was it unique? Would more of the creature come and wreak havoc again? Would I, her loving husband, be killed? And so she corresponded with explorers and researchers all across Tamriel, until she found the answer she had been looking for. The Udafricht was in fact not unique, but the offspring of an ancient Udafricht matron. In order to end the nightmares, in order to prevent any more destruction, we would need to hunt down and kill the Udafricht matron, no matter where or how. By Ysmir, we have been searching and searching and searching some more, but finally it came, the lucky break we had been hoping for. The creature has been spotted in the remote highlands of Skyrim. We found its trail and tracked it for days, crossing the border into the Imperial Province. Here in the Frigid Mountains, we met a local hunter who tried to warn us away from the area, citing an old legend about a deadly creature known as the Horror of Dive Rock. A monster credited with the slaying of over a dozen people, and just as much cattle. Could this creature be the very Udafricht matron we seek? Perhaps. Unlike its child on Solstheim, the matron moves from location to location, and this mobility that has thus far prevented its killing or capture. Entry 4. We have made a camp at Dive Rock, reportedly the highest observation point in all of Cyrodiil. From here, we can see for miles, so we'll keep watch night and day. We're close, so very close. Svenja and I can feel it in our very bones. Indeed, Svenja has always been particularly in tune with such things, and is convinced the Udafricht matron is close. Entry 5. Svenja has grown tired of my constant writing, but this journal will serve as a record of our travels and defeat against the Udafricht. She's staring at me angrily, impatiently, right now as I write, but this journal is far too important. Finally, on this third day of watching, we spotted it, the Udafreicht matron. It is unlike anything we have ever laid eyes on. A giant troll-like beast seems to waver and shimmer in the cold, like a feral form of winter itself. We're off now to trudge out down the mountain, weapons in hand, and give the horror of Dive Rock its due. Entry number 6. We failed in horror. We engaged the monster with all the force we could muster, but it was a travesty beyond comprehension. Svinja, my beautiful Svinja, my dear wife, was killed instantly, consumed by the beast nearly whole, and though it shames me to write these words, I could think of nothing more at the time than escape. I took flight, returning here to our camp in Dive Rock to collect my thoughts and nerve. I haven't much time. After this quick entry, I will march out and meet the Udafreicht matron once more. It is sure to track me back to this campsite anyway. So our confrontation is inevitable. Can I even hope to defeat this monstrosity? One thing is certain. Svinja and I came hastily unprepared. My steel axe, useless. My wife's frostworm bow, completely ineffective, and swallowed whole, and still in Svinja's hands. The beast appears to be a creature of the cold, and is likely nearly completely resistant to it. I would attack with fire if I had any on hand, but there is no time to travel to a mage's guild and procure an enchanted blade or hire the services of a sorcerer. My steel axe will have to do. And so I return to battle now, and hope beyond hope that I may slay the wretched monster that has brought me so much grief to so many people. And if not, I take comfort in knowing I will soon rejoin my beautiful bride in the gilded halls of Sovngarde. If someone is reading this hastily written journal, I am likely dead, and pray to Ysmir that you have had more luck against the creature than I, Agnar the Unwavering, Chief of Thirsk. Yeah, this is a direct reference to the Solstheim DLC, well, the Blood Moon expansion, really, of Morrowind, taking place on the Isles of Solstheim. There you meet the members of Thirsk, and you defeat one Udafreicht. Now, the Udafreicht matron is not the last of its kind, as it's also a thing that's clearly visible in Skyrim. When you take on the Dark Brotherhood questline in Skyrim and go to finally fight off Cicero, you actually encounter an Udafreicht. That means there's yet more of them out there. And wow, that was pretty pitifully easy. I am kind of broken and overleveled. Anyways, loot its body, and the reward for this unmarked quest, this hidden quest, is the Frostworm Bow. Frost damage 15 points on strike. And Svinja's body. Very grim, but I mean, a reward is a reward. That's all there is to this quest, though. You just follow the path I did, go down south from King's Crest and go up the mountains over here, and you can actually get to Dive Rock and take out the Udafreicht matron on the way. Over here is the body of Agnar the Unwavering. He has some blue suede shoes. Is this Elvis? No, it's not. This is just a sad and pitiful tale as a flashback to Morrowind. And it leads to a false hope that you've taken care of the last of Thirsk's problems. Anyways, guys, if you like my stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. Check my Patreon, Coffee, and Twitter in the description if you want to support my channel. And if you don't like my stuff, feel free to tell me that too. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye.